The liberal order that was established after the end of the Second World War essentially rested on pillars of an economic and financial system that generally is market-oriented capitalism with more socialist trends in Europe, more free market trends in America, and also a security arrangement embodied in NATO, and with an overarching system of global governance, again, financially in terms of World Trade Organization, IMF, the International Development Bank, as well as then the United Nations system. But probably one of the core features of the system was American continuity and the ability that the United States would say what it meant, do what it said, and would stand by its word. And that provided reassurances to allies. It provided enemies with an understanding of what to expect, and that was relatively fundamental. And over the last 20 years, the U.S. has increasingly veered off course, has become an unreliable ally in some ways. And this doesn't start with President Trump. President Obama had relatively little time for Europe, which created problems, as we've seen now in Crimea with Russia and the European Union. Previously, the administration of George W. Bush saw itself as not being bound by sort of the laws and norms that have undergirded the system regarding the idea of a preemptive war in Iraq, which has sent the Middle East careening into chaos. And so these sort of regular behaviors over the past 20 years have eroded American power and also eroded the system that doesn't really constrain it, but magnified that power. But American policymakers have increasingly seen the system of laws and norms that their predecessors created as a constraining feature rather as an amplifying feature. A good counterpoint to this would be Germany, whereas Germany sees its power in the EU as amplified and made more palatable to its neighbors rather than being constrained.